Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another reading. This one was requested. I'm really bad at remembering username. So if you requested this reading, please make yourself known in the comments. Because the way I start these things is I usually just look at the actual question and I'm like, okay, cool, got it. Write down the question and then I get on with it. And then I don't think about, oh wait, let me shout out to the person who actually requested this, because the people who are new on this channel, they will hear me do this and they'll be, oh, not hear me, sorry, they'll see me do a reading like this and they'll be like, oh my god, you come up with the best ever reading ideas. But most of the time they are requests by you guys, so I want to give you guys your flowers, no pun intended. Okay. And also Jack, otherwise known as States Unlocked, and I are in the process of launching a new course on healing the inner child, and or how to heal the inner child, I should say. And I highly recommend taking this course only because if you've been feeling very disempowered, you've been feeling a bit lost, you feel like there's a sense of restriction, you may need access to get to those parts of your brain that may have been repressed in order to become your full authentic self, then I highly recommend taking this course, because the course aims to leave you feeling more secure, more empowered, and a lot more free. Okay. So that's only my take on that. And also, again, today's the 26th, right? So tomorrow is going to be the last day that you guys can put your votes in for best single of 2024 on the RBE Awards. So if you want to support me and you want to vote, just click the link down below. I also just realized today, and I know this is so late, I just realized that I've also been nominated for Best Music Video, and I didn't actually know that until I was scrolling through and I'm like, oh, okay, I've been nominated for something else. So if you guys haven't voted, feel free to put your votes in. No pressure considering tomorrow's like the last day, but I did not know about that second nominee, so feel free to vote there. And I have appreciated everyone who has voted. It really does mean a lot to me. I feel like you guys are the realest subscribers I've ever had. And I feel like whenever I'm not in the best of moods, when I come to you guys, I feel automatically better. And I feel like it's because of the level of support you guys always give to me. Okay. With that being said, let's get straight to the reading. So pile 1 is 32, speak of love. Pile 2 is 55, thank God. Pile 6 is so did I say pile 6? Pile 3 is number 7, reclaim your art. Pile 4 is 33, see the light. Okay, so go ahead and pick a pile. I'm going to start. Okay, so pile 1, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. You guys chose 32, speak of light. Some of you can be 32 or 23. You don't have to be. It's just extra confirmation if you are. Okay, 3 is all about support, friendships, foundations, networking, and then 2 is all about alignment, partnerships. Okay, but 3 plus 2 together is 5, which is all about change. Okay, and this is speak with love. We have gift, may you receive the gifts that await. We have the eel on the iris, which is safety. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have 4 of Wands, which is fire sign energy. Then we have root chakra, and then we have marriage. Okay, so how's your mother-in-law seeing you guys? I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing all the shuffling for each pile, I actually feel like there isn't a negative pile you can choose. They seemed quite either neutral or positive. I didn't really pick up anything negative. Okay, so the way your mother-in-law sees you is that you're very stable. Okay, especially with this 4 of Wands energy, very stable, very grounded. We have root chakra, which is all about being stable and grounded anyway. Locked in, I'm hearing. So she views you as very loyal to her son or to her daughter, depending on who you've married, what gender they are. Very loyal, very fierce, very dedicated. Like you come across like someone who you don't just say, oh, I want to commit. Like you know what it's like to commit and you abide by that. So you're someone who has a reputation that you can actually resonate with. Like it's not just, oh, I've heard good things about you. Like your mother-in-law sees you exactly the way you are being talked about. Okay. They see you very committed to the marriage. Like you actually come across as someone who is married to them in a way where it's not just on paper. It's in the way you guys talk to each other. It's the way you guys love each other. It's very, very sincere. Okay. Very stable, not even just stable in the marriage, but also stable minded, also financially stable. Some of you may have a job, and you're very stable. Like you never have to worry about where it's coming. Okay. She also is very safe. Okay, safety here. So in a way where she will never have to look at you as, oh, you are my daughter-in-law or you are my son-in-law. Like the way she looks at you is like family. Like this is a forever thing. It's not just in the moment or a temporary relationship. It's like it's always going to be the foundation of what you guys are. Like, you guys are locked in. So it's almost like you are a safety net, and also in a way where she trusts you. Okay. We also have gift. Yeah. So, oh, this is so sweet. It's almost like the mother-in-law sees you as someone who is very, very like a blessing to have, especially since it's so rare, like you'd be surprised. Like I didn't think it was rare to meet such great people who are loyal and stable and committed. But to some people, they've never experienced that, or they've never been around that, or they haven't witnessed that. So they may consider that like a gift. And especially as a mother myself, like you always worry about your kids naturally. You always think, are they gonna get their heart broken, or are they gonna be betrayed? Are they gonna be bullied? Are they, you always constantly worry about them, because you like when they're very young, you can protect them from a lot of things. But when your kid is an adult, you can't protect them from certain things. You can't protect them from heartbreak. You can't protect them from backstabbing. You can't protect them from anything. But you have to trust and pray for them that, they'll guide their way. And even if something bad was to happen, they can overcome it, right? So your mother-in-law sees you as a gift. Like, she never has to worry about you doing her son or her daughter wrong. She never has to worry about you breaking their heart, or, like she just sees you as a gift, someone who's very rare and hard to come by. And she just feels really grateful for you. Okay. You actually have a lot to offer as well. It's not just, oh, okay, you make my child happy. It's also, you have things that you've set up for yourself, you've built for yourself. You're someone who's worth bragging about as well. Okay. You're just as amazing as their child. We also have speak with love. Yeah, I feel like she sees you in a way where you know how to articulate yourself. You're very supportive. I feel like you speak life, not into just her child, but you speak life into other people. Like you are very supportive, especially with this 3 here and speak with love. Like the right words to say to comfort their child, to comfort people, or to uplift people. And you're just always a great source of support. Like she sees you as someone who you are best friends with their child, and not just lovers. Okay. And then the 2 here is the partnership. So you guys are friends and lovers, but 3 and 2 is 5, which is all about change. So it's almost like you've had an effect, you've had an influence on your person, only because maybe the way your mother-in-law grew up with this child, your person, is that maybe they spoke a certain way, maybe they had a bit of a cheeky side, maybe they dealt with their emotions differently. But there's something about the way you speak to them that makes them a bit more loving, more tender, more considerate, more articulate, And even I myself, like when I'm on Instagram, and I come across certain reels on gentle parenting and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I am or I'm not. Like I do try to be, but I'd be lying if I say that's not always the case. However, just ways to get children to deal with their anger and their emotions. When people preach about it on social media, I'm literally like, oh my God, that is so cool. Why didn't I think of that? Because even as an adult, I feel like I can learn so much from that, even for myself. So similarly, it's something about the way you talk or the way you handle things that your mother-in-law really loves, and it's had an impact on her child. And your child, or your person, her child, but with your person, may feel that way towards everyone. They may start to talk to people a lot differently, and it's just this heavy influence that you've had on them. So yeah, she's really grateful for that. But that's all I'm getting for part 1. Let me know if that resonates. Feel free to drop a comment down below and thumbs up this video and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, just email me. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Gonna move on to the next pile. So pile 2, 9 minutes and 33 seconds. You guys just thank God, which is 55. Some of you guys could be 55. You don't have to be. But 5 is a number of change. But 5 plus 5 is 10, which equals completion, basically. But it can also round back to one, which is all beginnings, right? As I said before, I'm not getting any negative messages for any of the piles. It's either neutral or positive. And honestly, some of you may be shocked. You may be feel like, I think my mother-in-law hates me. But you'd be surprised. I'm getting a lot of positive messages. We have radiant, may you shine brightly. We have the crown and the dogwood, which is intelligence. We have the king of cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Queen of Swords, which is Gemini energy, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign energy. Then we have solar plexus, and we have I love you. Okay. So how does your mother-in-law view you? Your mother-in-law views you as you're in perfect harmony with your masculine and your femininity when it comes to energy. Like when you have things to get done, you just go ahead and do them. But then you're also really receptive and very loving towards your person. You allow them to sometimes take the lead here and there. It's very balanced. So your mother-in-law sees you as a very balanced person, very intelligent, especially with this Queen of Swords energy, very intelligent. You're strict when you need to be. You have healthy boundaries for yourself. So your mother-in-law naturally really respects you. But you also have this loving energy, this water sign energy, very intuitive, very fair, very balanced. For some of you, very creative. But I said intelligence because I was looking at the Queen of Swords, but I just realized there's a card here that says the crow and the dogwood, which is also intelligence. 1122. Yeah, she sees you as someone who's very, very loving, very caring, very fair. You're someone who's balanced, logical. You take accountability when you need to. But also somebody who is in perfect harmony with not only yourself, but with their child. Like they see you and your person as an ideal couple, very healthy, very what's the word, insightful, but it's something you can grow from. Like they feel like you and your person are constantly evolving, constantly growing and becoming the best versions of yourself. And she feels like you have a part to play in that. Okay. We have solar plexus. So yeah, she sees you as very confident and very fun. Like it's like you trust yourself. So when you make decisions, it comes from a place of, yeah, I know I'm making the best decision for myself. You have very high level of confidence in yourself. And she's also confident in you to make decisions. We also have I love you. So she sees that the love that you share with her child is very, very like authentic. It's very real. It's something that can't be pretend. Like it's something that is not fake. It's very genuine and it's very mutual. But this is also telling me that your mother-in-law really does love you. Even if you may not get that vibe, for some of you may not know. For some of you, if your mother-in-law is passed on, this message will still resonate. Yeah, and I'm just getting like the love is so genuine, the love is so real, because I've heard like take care of my child. So it's almost like you take good care of their child, but not in a way where like you're babying them up, but in a way where you're uplifting them, you're loving them. Okay. Radiant, yeah, your mother-in-law finds you really beautiful. Okay. There's something about your skin, maybe it's glowy, maybe it's dewy, maybe it's clear. It's something about you being very beautiful. So she feels like you're the full package. You're not just intelligent, you're also very beautiful, you're stunning. But this is also you sticking out. So radiance can also be like you stand out from others. So maybe your person has dated other people before you and she didn't like those people, or she thought like, what did my child have in, like, what kind of taste does my child have? But when you rocked over to the scene, she feels like her child chose the best person for them. Okay. Not just because you're fair, balanced, intelligent, beautiful, but it's just something about you that's very rare. It's something that cannot be found anywhere. And even the circumstances of which you and your person fell in love, or maybe the way your mother-in-law has grown up and the way she's raised your person, it just seemed the odds and the likelihood of them finding such a great person such as yourself, Paltu, was very rare. It's like, how do you find such a woman or a man like this based upon their experiences or what they've dealt with? Because your mother-in-law could even be a single parent, you know? So she sees your person as really good at choosing the right person, and then you chose the best person, which is you. You're very beautiful, okay? She really loves you. We also have thank God, yeah, she's really grateful to even have you. But 5 and 5 is 10, which is completion. So she feels like your person and you are complete, and she feels complete knowing that her child chose the best person for them romantically. But this 5 is all about change. So there's something about you that's very different to what your person's used to. So maybe your person's used to dating people of a certain status or age group or race or religion or area, but there's something about your person choosing you that's very different to what they've been used to. And because it's such a big difference, it's so like, maybe that's what the radiance is about. It's like you stand out because you may be very different to what the mother-in-law has witnessed in terms of who their child dates. But it's a good difference because it's worked out very well, okay? So it could, you guys could, like, similarly, like in my situation, like I'm dating someone who's not the same race as me, for example. It could be the same for you, whereby maybe like you stand out because you don't look like anyone that they've gone for, you know? But it's worked out because we have, thank God. It's like that this change was a blessing in disguise, okay? So that's how she's viewing you. I'm gonna stop it there and move on to the next pile. Let me know if that resonates. If you want a personal reading, just feel free to email me. My email's in the description link and in the comment section down below. And don't forget to thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. I'm gonna now move on to pile 3. Okay, so pile 3, 15 minutes and 59 seconds. You guys chose 7, Reclaim Your Art. This made me think of Tyler's song Art. Yeah, so 7 is a number of learning. We have Resonance. May you tune into nature's song. I feel like this card should have been for pile 4, but it's all good. It's all good. We have the Trout and the Lily of the Valley, which is purification. We have the fire sign energy with the 6 of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the Empress, which is Taurus, Libra energy. And then we have Earth sign energy with the 6 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have Inner Year. And we have Unite. Okay. So what does your mother-in-law think of you? Pile 4, not pile 4, pile 3. Your mother-in-law thinks that you're a bit distant, because we do have Inner Year and we have Unite. So she feels like she rarely gets time to see you. Like you're very hard to come by. Like maybe you and your spouse maybe live abroad, or you live far away from them, or even if you do live in the same place, you just rarely see them. She wishes that she would see more of you both. Yeah, I'm getting a very distant kind of energy. She also sees you as very beautiful. We have the Empress. Okay, very gorgeous, very much abundant. So some of you, like, you may have your own money. Like you come to the marriage like not with nothing, basically. You have things to offer. You could have also come from a higher background, but you're very abundant. She sees you as very fertile. Some of you, if you're pregnant, then that's just what it is. For some of you, if you already have kids, then she just sees you as such a great mother. Or if you're a man, then she sees you as a great father. So just ignore the fact that it's like Empress. But if you are a woman, especially, she sees you as a great mother. Someone who's very fertile. Someone who, if you don't have kids yet, like she wants you to have kids. Very healthy, very beautiful. Also just like very curvaceous for some of you. So a good parent. If you came into this marriage where you already had kids, that she already sees that you're a great mother to them. So therefore you should have more kids with their child. So you become a great mother to them too. But very distant though. You're like, she sees you as very distant, but not in a way where like, oh, like in a bad way, but in a way where like, I wish I could see more of pile 3. I'm not gonna lie. It almost feels like your mother-in-law doesn't know you in depth. Like she knows you, she's been around you, but she feels like she doesn't know who you are to the core. Okay. But from what she can see on the surface is that you're a great parent if you are. And if you're not, she would like you to be a parent. She finds you very good looking, whether you're a man or a woman. She's just very generous with the 6 of Pentacles, but this could also be you working so hard. Like you have so many things you got going on, so many responsibilities, but you handle them with grace. And also you're just very generous. Like you're coming off as very abundant. Now, I don't know if you are, but that's just the energy. Like you're coming off as someone who you have a lot to give, even if you feel like you don't. Okay. But very distant though, like emotionally distant. Like she wants to connect with you. Okay. We do have the 6 of Wands energy, which is all about recognition, success, attention. So she may feel like you attract a lot of success, recognition, or attention. Attention doesn't have to be in career. It could also just be in general. Like you attract attention because you're very good looking. It could also be that. I will clarify though, because I don't know in which way that's coming across. Can we clarify the 6 of Wands? Yeah, okay, the sun card. Yeah, this is good. Like she sees you as someone who's very successful or has the potential to become successful. You have a good recognition, good background. Like you're the full package. You're someone who she's like, I'm glad my child married pile three. But with the sun card, this could just also be like you just attract a lot of positive attention and you have a lot of positive support. Okay. She does want you to have kids and more kids if you already have. If you don't, she wants kids, wants grandkids. There's something about you that comes across as really pure as well, because we have purification. So she gets a sense that maybe at some point you could have been one way, but you just get better with age. Whether it's be you become more mature, maybe you have a lot of responsibilities, you become more mature. Maybe this is like a mother-in-law like you've known for quite a while. It's been many years. But there's a growth I'm picking up on that she feels like you've grown a lot. Like the way you were when she first met you is very different to how you are now. Could even just be an appearance. Let me clarify. Can you clarify purification? Yeah, okay, cool. We have the... Okay, cool, this makes sense. All right, so we have the Four of Swords as a clarification. So she sees you in a way where you're very distant. And whenever you're distant, you work on yourself behind the scenes, and then when you come back out to socialize, you're completely different energy, different looks, different thought process, different perspective. So maybe she feels like you disengage a lot. But this could also be maybe you were a lot more social in the beginning, but now you're less social. Like now you don't communicate as much, or now you're a bit more reserved. There's some sort of change I'm picking up on. Okay. She sees you as someone, okay, we have number 7, which is reclaim your art. This is all about learning. She sees you as someone who's a quick learner. So if you have never been a parent and you're becoming a parent, she feels like, yeah, like you're going to be a good parent because you will adapt. Or if you have a new job that maybe you don't have experiences, she feels like you will do really well because you're a quick learner. Or if you have just married into the family and you're so used to dealing with things a certain way, you will know how to deal with it in a different way because you're a quick learner. Like you just adapt to every situation you're in. But that's probably what the purification is coming through. Like you know how to look at things from a different perspective and apply yourself to it. Okay. We have resonance. So she sees you as someone who she can a bit relate to. So especially if you're a woman, like her son may have chose you subconsciously. As I said that. Yeah, there's so much alignment here and resonance here that her son could have chosen you subconsciously because you remind him of his mother. You know, there's some, it's giving that sort of psychology intake, but it's like you come across as a good judge of character, very in tune, very high emotional intelligence, but at the same time you could be very distant. You could also get very overwhelmed easily, so you need that time to rest and recharge, because we have purification and the Four of Swords. So she feels like you could be a bit distant, but that could be due to needing time to recharge, or you could be very uncomfortable around her, very awkward, or just very shy. So you need that time a bit away. Either way, she doesn't take it personally, but it's just more like it's an acknowledgement of who you are, right? She may see you as a bit like distant. You need your time out, you need your space out to recharge, but you're very good at learning new things. You're picking up new skills. You're that type of person where if something needs to be fixed, you're like, okay, I can learn how to fix it. I don't need to call someone else to do it. Like you're like you have a thirst for knowledge, okay? But you're very good at understanding people. You're a people's person, very emotionally intelligent, very beautiful, very successful. You just attract a lot of attention because of who you are. It's your energy, very generous. So she sees you as sincere and she believes you're sincere, but again, she still feels like there's parts of you that are not 100% vulnerable, as in you don't let your guard down that easily. You like to take time out. You like to recharge. You know, she feels like you're not really as comfortable with her or talkative with her because you're just a bit awkward. Okay, you need that time away. Okay, so it makes her feel like she can only judge you from the surface, but then strangely enough she feels like there's parts about you that kind of remind her of who she is, and maybe that's why her son chose you. It could be a daughter as well, because I'm reading for both genders, but it's just the majority of people who watch me are women, right? But that's all I'm getting. She just wants to see you a bit often and not be so distant and uncomfortable with her. I'm gonna leave that one here and move it to the last pile. Don't forget to thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, just feel free to drop me an email, And yeah, I'm going to move on to power 4. So power 4, 24 minutes and 58 seconds. No, 48 seconds. We have 33, see the light. Some of you guys could be 33, but 3 is a number of, not partnership, support, friendship, foundation, networking. But then 6, or 3 plus 3 equals 6, which is balance and reciprocity, okay? We have see the light. I'm getting a Sagittarius energy and an Aquarius energy from that card alone. Okay, we have stillness. May you be here just as you are. I heard like a wave. Okay. You guys are probably being seen as easygoing if I heard that. We had the fox and the ivy, which is adaptability. Gemini energy. I'm also picking up Aquarius, Sagittarius, Gemini energy. We have the strength card. So if you guys could be neurodivergent, I don't know why that's coming through, but it really is. Just have to say just in case. And remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because there's some people on my page who say like, oh, I don't want this to resonate, or this is not what I want. I'm like, well, okay, we'll just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, or choose another pile, or better yet, choose another reader, you know? We have, okay, so that's Leo energy. We have earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have music as the answer. And then we have sacral chakra. Okay, so I kind of see sacral chakra as giving Leo energy because it's ruled by orange, and that makes me think of Leo. And it also rules pleasure, creativity, things like that. Okay, so how's your mother-in-law seeing you, power 4? She's seeing you as someone who's a bit like, you hold back a little bit, because we do have the strength card, okay? Maybe you hold back a lot. And did I not mention neurodivergence? This could be a trait. This is very common, not with everyone who is, but you know, for some people it is the case. You may hold back you may hold back a little bit. You're kind of in your own little zone. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. So she sees yourself who's very, very, like, especially if you're a woman, like you're giving off wife energy. Like you want to take care of the people you love. You're a hustler, you work hard, but you know how to take care of your loved ones. You know how to make them amazing dishes, amazing food, and spoil them. You're very loyal, very devoted to the people you love, and that's how she's seeing you. But it's just, I'm just getting with the strength card. She feels like you hold back a lot, like you don't, like you repress a lot. Like if there's a problem you have with her or her child, whether you're a woman or a man, whatever you're interested in, she feels like you don't really bring it up. Like you kind of seem like you keep it in. We clarify the strength card. Yeah, we have the strength. So we have the Hierophant, which is all about reputation. She feels like you seek solace, because that's clarified the strength card. Like if you have a problem with her, if you have a problem with your person, she feels like you seek solace in God. Or like if you have a religion, like you may be very spiritual. You may consult God or angels or spirit team or ancestors or just yourself. Okay, or even tarot. I mean, you're here, aren't you, right? Like you consult anything spiritual. Like you'd rather just pray about it than talk to the person that's bothering you, because I feel like you may be this typical like wife, like, okay, when we get married, we're not supposed to divorce, so let's not double the chances of that by handling this in a very catastrophic way. Let me get centered, let me get grounded, and maybe you find that faith in literal faith, like in God, in religion, okay? But this is also coming up as reputation. So you may hold back a few things to keep up the reputation that your marriage is secure. Like for example, if you're having problems with your person, you may not come to her with those problems. You may be like, let's pretend everything's okay in front of my mother-in-law, but then when we get home, like I'm going to be a bit more expressive with it. So like she sees you as someone who values your reputation. Like you don't want anyone to know that there's something not happening for you that you're unhappy about in your marriage. But this is also consulting God or consulting whatever spiritual belief you practice. It's like I would rather do that than talk about it. You may hold back a lot, okay? Because I'm hearing, whoa, Jesus, take the wheel. We also have music as the answer. So she sees you as someone who you trust in your intuition. You kind of are go with the flow type of person. Like you don't want to step on anyone's toes. So you kind of just go with the flow. Some of you guys could be a Pisces. Some of you guys could even be a Libra, but you just don't like to rock the boat. She does acknowledge that you are a very creative person, and it's not just creative in terms of talent and coming up with innovative things, but this is also the way you handle conflict. It's like, okay, what's the best way to go about this? She does see you as someone who you like the finer things in life, so maybe you are coming across as expensive, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. You could come across as someone with high-end taste. You're well dressed, you're well presented, and you like the things that give you pleasure, and maybe you go for those things that give you pleasure. Like if something or someone is disturbing your peace, you're like, you'd rather just go towards what brings you pleasure. Okay. Very adaptable though. We have adaptability. It could be Gemini energy. Like she sees you as someone who's very adaptable to any scenario. So if something happens, like you're the type of person that thinks very positive about it and be like, okay, cool, let's adapt, let's do this instead of getting angry about it. So especially here with the see the light, like you're very positive minded. At least that's what she sees you as. You may think that this is all cap, and you may be like, that is not what I'm like. But she wouldn't know that if you don't live with her. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the way you present yourself may be very different to how someone you live with will see you, okay? So with the see the light, this is you trying to think positive. Like she sees you as a positive thinker. And if there's a problem, like you don't come across like you even experience problems, but she knows you do. But she sees you as someone who you're not going to complain to her about them, or you're not going to make a fuss about it. You'd rather find another peaceful solution in order to deal with it, okay? Yeah, she sees you as someone who you offer really good support by speaking good words of wisdom to other people. I'm hearing, when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Yeah, so you guys could be very religious, because Mother Mary, like that's Christianity. Like you could feel like if you're in problems, like you'd rather just pray about it or go to church. She was very devoted to beliefs, even if you're not, like that's how she sees you. Like say for example, you could have not even went to church, but you could be wearing a cross around your neck, and she'll come to that conclusion like, okay, maybe she's religious. Okay, but 3 + 3 is 6, so 6 is balance and reciprocity. So she feels like whatever you're doing, it works for you. So if you pray, it works for you. If you solve conflict in the way that you like to solve conflict, it works for you. Like whatever you're doing, it works for you. If you have a great job, it's working for you. If you have a nice regime, skincare routine, or an exercise routine, like it's working for you. She sees whatever you do works for you, because like whatever you put in something, you're getting that same out. So even if it's a business you're doing, even if it's an investment, a financial investment, abundance related, like wherever you put in the effort to, you get something out of it. So it's working for you. You're working in alignment, okay? We do have stillness. So she sees you as someone who, like, you're very present, okay? So if you're with her, like you're not going to be on your phone. You're not going to be distracted. It's like you're very present with her. You give her a lot of your undivided time and attention. You think about the now. You don't like to dwell about the future too much or the past too much. You like to be in the now. That's probably why you're so positive minded. Like if you're sad, you probably consult other people. Or sorry, if other people are sad, you probably consult them and say, it's okay, like it's temporary. Like this is how you feel right now. You'll be better soon, you know? We clarify stillness. Okay, we have, you think about the now. We have 3 of Cups. Like, I'm just getting someone who knows what to say to someone when they're in distress. Okay, because you're very present. You have fun now. You don't think about, oh my God, but this in the future, but this. Like, you think about, okay, am I having fun now? Okay, good. That's all that matters. Like, you think about that. And that's probably why you have such good energy. We have the sacral chakra, so that's all about pleasure. Like, you have fun. Some of you, you are really abundant. You're very good at earning money, but you may not save much because you're just like, well, I always make it again, so enjoy it now. Because if I die, what am I saving up for? You know, like you're just enjoying it now. And I'm getting like someone who just goes with the flow and is very adaptable to every scenario. And yeah, you're very easygoing, but there's a part of you that just represses a lot, and it makes your mother-in-law worried. It makes her feel like, okay, is powerful getting their needs met? Is powerful genuinely okay? They take your word for it, but in the back of their mind, they're like, I don't know, like, is everything good, sort of thing. But there's a lot of respect that she has for you. She does care about you. So if you came to this really like thinking like, oh, she doesn't like me, like, no, this seems really positive. Okay. But that's all I'm getting for pile 4. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if that resonates or not. And sometimes my readings may resonate, sometimes they don't. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, or choose another reader. Don't forget to thumbs up, drop a comment down below. If you want a personal reading, just email me. And yeah.